Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the Poetry Devices material in the Introduction to Literature subject.
We are Group 5. Our member here is Farras, Febrina, Satya, and Lia Mahlia.
Table of content. First, what is poetry? Here we will describe about what the poetry, poem, and poet it is. Second, what is poetic devices? Here we will describe about what the poetic devices it is. Third, different form of poetry devices. Here we will describe about many different form of poetry devices.
First, what is poetry? Poetry means a collection of poems. Poems itself mean a piece of writing in which the words are chosen for their sound and the image they suggest, not just for their obvious meanings. For some writer, a poem is called a poet.
Second, what is poetic devices? Poetic devices is a deliberate use of words, phrases, sounds, and even shapes to convey meaning. In general, poetic devices divided into four forms. First, poetic devices style. Second, poetic devices meaning. Third, poetic devices form. And the last is poetic devices punctuation.
Third, different from of poetry devices. Poetry devices are divided to four forms. First, poetic devices style. Second, poetic devices meaning. Third, poetic devices form. And the last, poetic devices punctuation.
Poetry devices style. Poetic devices is a style of writing in poetry which encompasses vocabulary, phrasing, and grammatical usage. Poetry devices style is divided into two forms. It is sound and rhythm.
First, sound. Words with a sound-like quality can strike reader as soothing or dissonant, while evoking a certain thought and feeling associated with it.
Different form of sounds. First, alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of a sound or letter at the beginning of multiple words in a series. Second, assonance. Assonance is a repetition of vowel or diphthong sounds in one or more words found close together. Third, consonance. Consonance is a repetition of specific consonant sound in close proximity. Fourth, cacophony. This is often enhanced by the combined effect of complex meanings and pronunciation. And the last is euphony, a series of musically present sounds that give the poem a melodious quality, conveying a sense of harmony to the reader.
Rhythm. Phonetic rhythm is the flow of words, each meter, and stanza to produce a rhythmic effect while emphasizing specific parts of the poem.
Different form of sounds. First, repetition. Repetition is fairly self-explanatory as the process of repeating certain words or phrases. Second, rhyme. A rhyme is a repetition of syllables at the end of words, often at the end of a line of poetry. And the last is caesura, a metrical pause or break in the verse where one phrase ends and another phrase begins.
Poetry devices meaning. The use of figurative language as a poetic devices function to convey the poet's intent, meaning in various ways.
Different form of meaning. First, allusion. A rhyme is a repetition of syllables at the end of words, often at the end of a line of poetry. Second, analogy. Drawing a comparison or inference between two situations to convey the poet's message more effectively. Third, metaphor. A metaphor is when a writer compares one thing to another. Fourth, symbol, an object, event, animal, or person to which we have attached meaning and significance. Fifth, pun. A pun is a play on words using multiple meanings or similar sounds to make a joke. 6. Symbolism. Symbolism in poetry is using an object or action that suggests something beyond its literal meaning. 7. Hyperbole, an outrageous exaggeration used for effect. 8. Irony, a contradictory statement or situation used to expose a reality contrary to what appears to be true. 9. Oxymoron, a combination of the words that appear to contradict each other. 10th, paradox, a statement in which a contradiction may reveal unexpected truth. And the last is personification, attributing human characteristic to an animate object, animal, or abstract idea.
Third, poetry devices form. Poetic form is the physical structure of the poem, the lines of lines, rhythm, as well as system of rhymes and repetition. Poetry devices form is divided to three: fixed verse, blank verse, free verse.
First, fixed verse, a poem which follows a set pattern of meter, rhyme scheme, stanza form, and refrain. Different forms of fixed verse are: first, ballad, a narrative poem written in a series of quatrains in which lines of iambic tetrameter alternating with iambic trimeter. Second, haiku, a Japanese form of poetry deeply influenced by Zen Buddhism. It consists of three non-rhyme lines of 5, 7, and 5 syllables. Third, lyric. Lyric poetry was originally designed to be sung. Fourth, ode. An ode is a short lyrical poem, often in praise of something. Fifth, villanelle. A poem consisting of two rhymes within 5 three-line stanzas, followed by quatrain. And the last is sonnet. A sonnet is a 14-line poem with a strict rhyme scheme, often written in iambic pentameter with a prescribed rhyme scheme.
Blank verse. Blank verse refers to poetry written without rhymes, especially if that poetry is written in iambic pentameter different from of blank verse. Truth. A truth is a two-syllable metrical pattern in poetry in which a stressed syllable is followed by an unstressed syllable. Yeah, a two-syllable metrical pattern in poetry in which one unstressed syllable is followed by a stressed syllable. Anaphase, a three-syllable metrical pattern in poetry in which two unstressed syllables are followed by a stressed syllable. That's it. A three-syllable metrical pattern in poetry in which a stressed syllable is followed by two unstressed syllables. Spond, a beat and a poetic line that consists of the accented syllable.
And the last is a free verse, a poetic form free from limitation of regular metric rhythm and fixed rhyme scheme. The lack of regularity and conventional rhyme scheme allow the poet to shape the poem freely. Such irregularity and lack of refrain also evoke a sense of artistic expression. Examples of free verse include A Noiseless Patient Spider by Walt Whitman.
And the last is poetry devices punctuation. Punctuation is an object of interpretation in poetry. In poetry, they add and non-verbal tools of poetic expression.
Different form of punctuation. First, question marks. In poetry, they are used to reflect a contemplative pose. Second, exclamation marks indicate surprise, joy, and other strong emotions the poet is trying to emphasize or convey. Third, ellipse. It represents an omission of words which help in advancing the story. Fourth, parenthesis. It is technically used to separate and subordinate segments of a prose sentence, and the last is enjambment. An enjambment is the continuation of a sentence beyond a line, break, couplet, or stanza without unexpected pause. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.